Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Daniela and today we'll continue with the Expanse, this time the 5th episode of the 4th season. In the last episode, Murtry was hunting down Lucia, but Naomi saved her and took her to the Rossi. Is taking care of her because she was shot, and she, Lucia, and Alex are on Rossi but are not on Ilus anymore, are in orbit. Onilus is just hold on, and Amos. Also, things are getting weirder on Ilus. 3 islands, I think, or maybe one island. Islands are heating up, which is great. I mean, that's what the islands are supposed to do. Also, Drummer and Ashford captured Marco. Well, someone else did, but they were taking care of him. But in the end, they let him go, which is also great. I can't wait to see him sipping tea somewhere in the belt because that's what he said he will do. So, yay for that. I can't wait. Anyway, as usual, I got something to drink. The episode is ready to start. So, without further ado, let's do this.
They're here. 10 hours early.
No, leave it.
We have to remove the charge. The drive will set it off.
Then it does.
At least blow it now before they land. Give them a chance to pull up.
Nah. Fucking Yaroda.
So that wasn't quite her plan.
No!
So she blew it up before they landed, and what hit them was debris, metal from that thing.
Cut him loose. Do it now. We don't have time for your vendetta.
Vendetta.
The artifacts on this planet are waking up. The device my ship just blew up would have wiped this settlement off the map. We need to get everyone off the surface before something even worse shows up.
Don't think I've forgotten that you're sheltering a murderer, but if you intend to evacuate everyone into orbit, then RCE will do
And he
whatever it
means
can to make it
everyone.
This isn't about your claim on the
The
planet
Belters
anymore.
too.
I understand. I came on a peaceful mission. These squatters drew first blood.
And you used it to justify murder.
I acted against terrorists who killed innocent people and were planning further acts of violence, but I'm the bad guy. Both light shuttles in working order?
Yes, sir.
Take the secondary one. Disable the safeties, rig it up for remote piloting, and put it on a proximity trigger.
The bitch is for the Belters.
Who the fuck cares about any of this?
Food allotment will be a key campaign issue.
James Holden and a bunch of Belters are fucking up our first exploration of an alien world. But yes, let's talk about the grain shipments.
We need you to come off as more approachable, nurturing. The caring family matriarch. It tested.
Get the fuck out.
There was a massive machine in the desert that would have leveled the town.
We know. The RC scientists told us. And now the innards are going back to orbit. Fine. Let them.
This settlement and everyone in it would be dead. The next thing could be a lot worse, and there will be a next thing.
You have no way of knowing that.
He actually does.
We need to get everyone off the planet right now.
Was this RC's plan all along?
No, it was mine. Don't make this a fight.
Started putting off heat like a supervolcano on a planet with no volcanoes.
What do you think it is?
More weird alien shit.
Does it seem strange to you?
That these things have lasted millions, maybe billions of years, and we can break them with torpedoes?
Maybe they wore out and got brittle.
You might want to get that checked out. Squatter camp hygiene makes for all sorts of nasty infections. Just itches.
The grease stuff around her eye. Oh my god, that doesn't look good. Did she miss being able to float around?
Felcia, our daughter. Tell me you know where she is.
Jacob, I don't. Maybe she hid when the shooting started. I'm sure she.
I have been every place. You were part of that.
were just trying to put them off. Slow them down until we could get a load of ore out.
Get some money, hire a lawyer, maybe. No one was supposed to get hurt.
God damn it, Lucia.
I did it for us.
All of us.
Someone had to be strong.
And I wasn't? Now they're going to round us up like cattle and take us away. We have nothing.
She's bleeding.
Okay, let them make us leave. We have nowhere else to go. If we did all that, and it doesn't even matter, you have to stay.
All these terrible things you've done, they didn't save us. All they did was destroy the only thing we had left.
What are you doing? Ask for help.
Oh, my Erter sweethearts.
What the fuck do you want?
Surprise!
Looks like they're just holding their ground.
Any demands? What are they hoping to accomplish with this?
Our people have been locked in dead quarters by corporate soldiers. They have been executed without trial. And now we are being ordered to evacuate. We won't stop anyone else from leaving. They can go in peace. But we will not be forced from our homes again.
Chances are tomorrow it'll be all over the news feeds back home.
Ooh. Another point on Marco's board.
I do enjoy the clarity of these moments.
What clarity? There is no clarity.
Working with professional victims and martyrs.
Oh my god, if he says another... Professional victims. You bitch. I hate this situation so much because... After all, it is a hostage situation, so...
I want to ask the candidates how they would protect us from a second Eros incident.
That's a very good question. The Eros incident was a frightening moment for all of us. And I think the real danger of Eros is that we only react to it from fear. What we need now is leadership that can embrace the possibilities while managing the risks.
Yes, embrace it. Like the Belters on Eros did. And Julie. And the spy. The spy was embraced by the proto-molecule,
I
but...
helped avert that disaster. And afterward, I brought to justice the men who weaponized the proto-molecule.
If we find some other solution before then, he's going to move forward with gassing the count.
Would you actually let him do that?
At this point, I'm not sure he's wrong. What were they thinking, taking hostages like that?
I mean... That's the only way the Belters know how to deal with inners, because that's how they were dealt with by the inners, always with violence.
They're not children.
They have no idea what's really going on here.
So tell them.
Still playing out the old squabbles.
Don't decide for them. Tell them the truth and let them decide for themselves.
I don't even know what the hell I'm looking for in here.
That's all right.
Cabinet's full of blood. I can't see anything. Lucia, listen to me. I need your help, okay? I've never done this before. Please. You gotta tell me what to do. Help me, please.
No, don't help me.
But do not make me tell your daughter I had to let you die. Fucking tell me what to do!
Suction.
Hey. I got it. Got it.
I can't even die right.
What can be done to offer more opportunity to those on basic assistance?
There is no law or policy so well made that a culture of shortcuts, preferential treatment, and corruption cannot degrade it. It has been well documented at this point that my opponent, exploited political connections to jump the line and take the spot that would have gone to someone with fewer friends in high places.
My opponent has asked what happened to the person whose place I took. When I got my appointment at the regional government, I hired George to work with my policy research team. My second alternate was a woman named Lee Fan. She has become my top security consultant. 6,000 people fight for one slot. And we say anyone can make it. Any one of those 6,000. Not 2. Not 10. We aren't afraid to take risks. And with 1,300 new solar systems, we can provide that opportunity for everyone. Not just the colonists. Workers. And farmers and engineers.
She's not wrong. I'm sure that, not every planet from all those systems are infected by the proto-molecule, but to get there you have to go through the rings.
It was heading towards Luna, but 20 minutes ago it shifted. It's on a collision course with Sentinel-19.
The asteroid spotter.
Oh.
The ship's drive is a fusion bomb, and it's targeting our early warning system. Protocol is to assume there's more than one on its way.
This is the sign-off. We are experiencing a minor failure in our computer systems. It has affected our comms and drive controls. We are working to correct it. We have children on board.
Marco.
The drive signature on record also matches a colony ship called the Sojourner.
The one the Belter said was lost to scrap?
Kill it. Destroy the ship immediately.
Yes, ma'am.
So there aren't any kids on board.
If we were supporting colony ships instead of stranding them out where they're easy prey for piracy, it wouldn't have.
She's losing 43%.
I was young and in love with a boy who had a crazy plan. I'd hack reactor control programs. Then we could turn off the drive, leave them on the drift, rescue them for a price later. And it wouldn't look like piracy because they'd be so grateful that we saved them. The first one we tried was the Augustine Gamara. It was the one that blew up in the docks at Luna. The father of my child used my code to overload the reactor.
Reactors!
516 people.
The islands. Why didn't I thought about this earlier?
And when I told him I'd never help him again, it was the last time he let me see my little boy. I almost walked out an airlock. Being dead seemed better if you want to die. I can't stop you, but there is a path from where you are to where I am.
I know no one wants to back down. I know why all of you came to this place and everyone feels like they have a reason to fight for it.
You mean our legally binding charter from a legitimate government? Your government does not own every planet in the sky.
What would have happened if there were Martians instead of Belters there? How the UN would have acted then?
You're infected by the proto-molecule.
No, but I'm in contact with something.
How? How does it work?
I don't know how any of it works. It wants to reach its creators, but the things that it was supposed to report to are gone. They were killed. I saw a record of the old civilization dying, and I think I saw what killed them all. I've had glimpses during the ring transits.
So the black thing is the thing that killed the creators?
Dad's been right about everything so far. That thing in his head is giving him answers. Or he's just a crazy person with a few lucky guesses. Maybe you did make it worse. But this place is our only hope. We're not giving it up.
Oh, there are more than 3. Wait, did I thought that were only 3? But come on! Oh my God. Come on! It exploded! No! Oh. I mean, what did I thought? I can't believe it ended. I can't believe it exploded. And I can't believe I didn't thought about it earlier. So, that was a thing. One of the island exploded. And that is gonna be so much fun for everyone there. I do think it was a reactor. It was hitting, and if every single thing there is like a relic or a building made by the creators, why not the islands? Especially now that it exploded and it made that kind of mushroom cloud. But I don't know why. It was because the protomolecule there was trying to make them functional again, and it wasn't possible. And that's why it was hitting and then, just exploded because, I don't know, didn't have a cooling system, I guess. Or it was because, like, it's some kind of punishment for what Holden did. He blew up it didn't blow up, but it stopped the mining machine, and that's the way of punishing that, like the station did by stopping the ships when they were, too fast, flying too fast, or how it disassembled more I don't remember what it was, but the Martian that, threw the grenade, and then I don't know. I'm so curious to know what will happen next. Does it like emits radiations now like any other reactor would? There is a shockwave, but I don't know how far away from the settlement is, so I don't know if it's gonna reach them. There was that girl, the inner, that had that green stuff around her eye, and I always forget her name. But, she said that maybe it's an infection or bacteria or something, because it's not, that clean around there, should take care. But she said that, yeah, it's just itching. But I don't think that green stuff is normal and should be treated so lightly. I don't know if it has something to do with the protomolecule, but I won't be surprised if it does. But now with the explosion, if there's radiation, what type of it? Like, there must be consequences from that explosion. And if it's gonna be just that one island or the others, if that's the case, they have a bigger problem than they thought. And I don't know, if they are infected, I don't think they can live anymore, even if they want. Even if the Belters suddenly want, yeah, we gonna get out of here. But if they are infected, I don't know if anyone wants them back. So I can't wait for the next episode. Oh my god. Is this kind of the middle? I don't know exactly how many episodes there are, but I don't think there are so many. This is the 5th one. Probably another 5, 6, 7. But with the explosion, things are getting interesting. Even more, they were already interesting, but with this, things got even more complicated. Felcia is missing. No one knows apparently where she is, so I don't know. Not even her father. Mercy till now didn't say anything. Like another hostage situation, for Lucia. You come back and your daughter is safe or something, but he didn't say anything. So, um, also hold on, talk with everyone, told them the truth, and I do believe it's a solid advice, or was a solid advice from Naomi. Tell them the truth and let them decide for themselves, because no matter what Holden would have said, I don't think would have made the Belters leave Ilus anyway. They would always think that there's a conspiracy against them, and I'm not blaming them, especially with Murtry there. Then there was that whole thing with Naomi and Lucia just wanting to die, kind of a punishment for what she did. Naomi talked with her, and we learn more about what happened between her and Marco, what exactly made her quit. I mean, we already knew kind of from Marco, but I mean, how trustworthy is he? So she used to make these programs to hack into reactors, and the whole point was to turn them off and save the ships and then get the reward because they were saved apparently. But of course that's not what Marco had in mind in the first place. And they talk about the ship Gamara, I think. Augustine? Gamara? I know my pronunciation is way off, but it's something like that. And that was the plan with that ship, but Marco blew it off on Luna in the docks, and a lot of people died, like more than 500. A lot. And that's what made Naomi quit. Marco didn't let her see her son ever again, and she also wanted to die, but she made it through, and now she's here. Did Marco ever loved Naomi? Like, that was such a crazy plan to do that to her, lie to her like that. I don't know if it was his plan from the beginning, or he was just afraid that Naomi, like his plan to use her, or he was just afraid that Naomi wouldn't agree with him, and it was better to lie. I'm sure that exact thing happened with that ship that apparently was headed for Luna, but then suddenly changed course and went for I don't remember the name, but it was like an asteroid sighting ship, something like that. That was when an asteroid was getting too close, it would send warnings to Earth. An asteroid is coming, and they could take the necessary measures, probably. That's what I think. That ship was there. But Marco wanted to destroy it with the Sojourner, that apparently was supposed to be dismantled and sold. And the money that he got from that, it will go to the different factions. That's what he promised, and that's why he's alive. Apparently nothing of that happened, or he just gave money from his pocket just to be left alone. But well, that is so specific. I don't know, I find it so specific. Like, why go for that? I think maybe it's like a station. I don't know if necessarily it's a ship with the asteroid thing. But why go for that? and try to destroy that. And not, I don't know, for some other Earth ship or inner ship. I'm sure he has a plan in mind. And he's just, I don't know, maybe just is testing the waters. I'm also sure that the Sojourner won't be the only ship he's gonna send. Does he know something that Earth doesn't? Is an asteroid coming? You know, straight to Earth, and I don't think. Is it possible for him to throw an asteroid to Earth? I'm sorry, like, it sounds so crazy, but I don't know. Like, why go for that ship? Or station, or whatever it is? Of course, from all this, the Belters has to suffer because, you know, it was drama and they're stationed there in the ships. That said, the Sojourner was destroyed, but Christian destroyed. Not necessarily her destroying it, but the whole situation played against her. Nancy took the opportunity and kind of blame her for what happened. Because if it wasn't the ban and all the ships that are waiting, they wouldn't be, you know, attacked, took over, and then used. I'm not saying what Nancy, again, I think I said it before, I'm not saying that what Nancy is saying is wrong. I remember what the protomolecule did. I know it wasn't necessarily the protomolecule, but now that is trying to find out what's going on and what happened to the creators. But I feel the Earthers are way too desperate to think about that, and apparently, as Nancy said, you know, they're gonna deal with it as it comes. I don't know how you're gonna deal with it. I don't think it's gonna happen again, but that was so scary, and there's no Miller to save the day, so I do wonder how long it's gonna go with the protomolecule. This is what's gonna happen till the end of the series, this battle with the protomolecule, plus Marco now, because there has to be a human bitch, not just an alien bitch to deal with. Anyway, I think this is all I have to say about this episode. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye.